As I said, Palestrina. Here he is. He was born in the town of Palestrina, oddly enough, near Rome. He began his musical career as a choir boy and became the organist of the principal church in his hometown. His talents brought him to Rome, where his musical talents were spotted, and he became a singer and composer for the papal chapel. And we're going to learn his piece, O Domine, Jesu Christe, which translates it out from Latin to, O Lord Jesus Christ, I adore you, wounded on the cross, given gall and vinegar to drink. I beseech you that your wounds may be the remedy for my soul. So it is a very heartfelt, very beautiful piece in the key of A minor. Before we continue, though, as many of you will know, I quite frequently reach out to composers and ask if they will send us messages. We have had a few send us messages of goodwill, Jamie Hall, for example. But most of the time, these classical composers, they don't check their emails and they don't respond. However, I did email Palestrina and he sent a video message. Would you like to hear it? Okay, take it away, Giovanni.
Hello everyone and welcome to Homechoir's teaching session for my beautiful piece, O Domine Jesu Christe. I hope you have lots of fun learning it.
Well, I mean, a message from the composer himself, everyone. How can we refuse? Thank you very much indeed, Giovanni. And just glad to know he's a fan. I hope he's subscribed as well. So let's go on and let's have a look at the score for today. No, that's not the right slide. And you see, this is why we always do a quick check on everything. And it's this one here. There we go. So you can see here the score is for 4 parts, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And we're going to start with the soprano part, as we usually do. And we'll get through the course of the rehearsal to the alto, tenor, bass. If you're watching later on, of course, all of those rehearsals are time-stamped. You can jump straight to them. But those of you watching live get the benefit and the joy, I think, of singing along with the full thing. So we're going to start off. Here's sopranos. You start off on an A, and it is written here in split common time, has a feeling of 2 in a bar, albeit fairly slowly. We sing, O Domine Jesu Christe. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick sip of drink. I'm not in the greatest of voice. Let's just have that again without me murdering the line. Let me just play the pitches. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And okay, let's sing that line now with the patchway consort singer, i.e. me. On a day when I was in better voice. There's your note, O Domine. Ready, sopranos, nice deep breath, and 2. Lovely. We then have a rest to take a breath. We carry on the same pitch. So we sing 1. Adoro te in cruce vulneratum. Let's just listen to those pitches again. This is bar 7, so it's 1. Fabulous. Let's sing together from Adoro te after 1 and 1. Adoro te in cruce vulneratum. Lovely. Let's have that one more time, this time with the singer in the choir. So starting here on the G sharp, and 1 and. Lovely. Now we take a breath and we sing 1. Fairly. Okay, just straightforward fairly with a tied note going across the bar. Let's sing that. And 1 and. Now we grab a breath at the beginning of bar 14, though not as long as in bar 12, and we sing Et asceto portatum deprecote. Let's listen to that from bar 14. It's 1. Okay, let's sing that together. Starting there in bar 14 after 1 and 1. And then continuing after a quick breath on that same pitch. Ut tua vulneratum. Listen. Excuse me, gone back too far. That was my fault. Let's just look at that one more time. So it is Ut tua vulnera sint remedium. So let me just play that for you again. Ut tua. It's 1, 2. And. Okay, so let's sing Ut tua here. After 2, 1 and 2. Then a breath, and then anime me. So some cross rhythms going on here. Just listen to the pitches 1 and 2. Okay, let's sing that together from anime. This is the upbeats to bar 23. 1 and 2. Anime me. And then to the end. Anime me. Just on that A, and following the rest of the choir to the end. Let's pick it up from anime there in the upbeat indeed to bar 23 here to the end. Here we go, sopranos. There's your note. After 2, 1 and 2. So what we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to take it from the beginning and just the soprano part louder than everyone else. Then we'll have a look at the alto line. I think Giovanni will be very pleased with that performance. I'll have to ask him. Maybe he could send us another message. So from the top, sopranos louder. Nice deep breath after 2. 1 and 2. One. And. There we go. Well done, everyone. That was the soprano line. So what I'm going to do now is make the alto part a bit louder, and we shall return to the beginning. Quick sip of drink. How's everyone in the comments doing? Talking about having an email from a ghost. Indeed, we did. From the composer himself. I do wonder if other composers will make appearances over the coming weeks, months, years. Who knows? Who knows? So I shall keep emailing them. But it's just nice that Palestrina reads his emails, unlike Mozart. Okay, so altos. Nice line, this, actually. Yes, there are quite a lot of repeated notes, lots of G, but you do get lots of nice decoration. So from the top altos, it's 1, 2... That's a really nice line, isn't it? Okay, let's just sing that with... I'll just play the pitches and you can follow it along. Just be careful there in bar 5, that da, 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 da. A bit of cross rhythm going on there, so make sure you're counting. From the beginning, this is just the pitches. Ready? And... Okay, let's sing that with the alto from Patchway Consort. After 2, 1, 2... Lovely. Now the next line. Okay, now just watch out here for the F natural. Rising up, so it's 1. Let's sing that with the Patchway singer. There's your note. This is bar 7 and 1. Lovely. Then we take a breath. We rise to the A, which becomes a suspended note, falling to the G sharp, so it's 1. And really sing into that A before it resolves to the G sharp. Let's sing that together. And 1. And then in bar 14, we kind of bounce off the first beat. It's 1. Listen to that, and 1. Let's sing that together. In after 1, and 1. Then we grab a breath. Okay, de precote. So it is, see if I've got a top C at this time of day. De precote. I think the Patchway singer did it better. Here it is, after 2, de precote. This is bar 17. Ready? 1, 2, and now a little moment where the bass drops out and we're left with 3-part texture, but starting on the same note. So it is, excuse me. Okay, listen to that again. 1, 2. Okay, really, really nice. All that movement between the G sharp and the A, that is basically the entire story of the tension of the piece. Okay, so altos, you're very much in charge of the levers of power here. After 2, ut, 2, 1 and 2. You can really hear how important that part is. Now that in itself, that 2 bars is the most interesting thing harmonically for anyone, I think, in the entire piece. Okay, if we play it like that, it sounds like a bit of serialism or something by Stockhausen. But let's sing that with the patchwork singer after 2. 1 and 2. You notice the rest of the choir, the sopranos and basses in bar 25, they come in on the 3rd beat. We sing into the 3rd beat, so it dovetails beautifully. I mean, Palestrina really did know what he was doing. So we've been there on this chord, on that note. We move up to the E, and we sing to the end. Slowing down into the last cadence. Listen to it again. And so let's sing to the end. Let's see, upbeats 26. 1 and 2. There we are. Okay, so from the start, everyone, this is the alto part louder. And so you'll notice here, altos, sopranos are here, tenors and basses, so I know we're already watching and singing along and sight reading, but this is an alto sing through, so do enjoy yourselves. Okay, so we're going to come in after 2, nice deep breath, 1, 2. and 2 and... Well done. That tempo slowing at the end just so you can place that quaver just so. Well done, everyone. That's great. Now let's have a look at the tenor line. And so we're going to go back to the top. Quick sip of drink. How's everyone doing in the comments? Lovely to have everyone here. Hope you're enjoying the piece. So tenors, you're here. And so we sing from the top, tenors. It is... Okay, let's have a little listen to that, just the pitches. Tied over the bar. Okay, let's sing that with the singer. It's a little bit slower, of course. So after 2, 1, 2. And lovely. Now, starting from the same pitch. So just listen to that again. This is the second note in bar 7, or the only note, I should say, in bar 7. It's 1. Okay, let's take that from bar 7, A, Do, Do, Te, and 1, A, Do. In fact, you know what? Let's sing it with the patchwork singer. Starting there, after 1 and 1 and. Lovely. Then we take a breath in the next bar, and it's just sustaining this single note. It's 1. You actually have, even though it's the same pitch, it's the most important line because it provides the kind of integrity for the harmony. Have a listen to it. It is 1. Okay, so let's just sing that together. This is bar 12 after 1 and 1 and. Now, starting on the same pitch, isn't this just exquisitely composed by Palestrina? Okay, starting to get a little bit more animated compared to what we've had before. This is bar 14, and it's 1. Okay, let's have a little listen to that again. It's 1. So let's sing that with the singer after 1 and 1. Now then, the widest leap, I think, of anyone so far. Really big, really emotive. So after 2 ready tenors, 1, 2. Then you grab a breath. Excuse me, slide didn't update. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, so we start on the C, drop to the G. As we pass the A on the way up, would to hold that note in your head because it's then back to that A. Would to with the patchwork sing after 2, 1, 2. You take a breath, and we go up to the F, creating some more lovely tension. So it's 1, 2. Listen to that from bar 21, 2. Okay, Sint Remedium. After 2 from bar 20. Ready? 1, 2. Lovely. Then we grab a breath and we sing. And you must smile on that last phrase, because that C sharp is the thing that moves us from having started in A minor to major. Because of course it's may your wounds be the remedy for my soul, and so at the end the tenor gives us that remedy. So there in bar 25 it's 1, 2. So with the patchway singer after 2, 1, 2. Such a nice line, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning. Just glance at the comments. Hello to Joan, who's just come and found us in her recommended channels. Well, you're very welcome, Joan. I do hope you enjoy this piece. It's by Palestrina, who's an Italian composer. And we even had a video message from him right at the start of the stream. So once we finish, you can go back and have a look at that. But you're very welcome. And I'm very glad to see everyone in the live chat is making you feel at home. So back to the starts. Tenors. There's your note. Altos, sopranos, and basses, of course, will be right along in a moment. So we're going to come in after 2. Ready, everyone? 1, 2, and... Absolutely lovely. I bet you can't wait to hear it at the end. It's all of these parts put together. As always, once you've heard it individually, learnt the individual lines and sung along, whichever part you are, when you hear it all come together in the end, it is like a magic trick reveal. It's really special. Okay, basses, thanks for your patience. Okay, so it goes like this, bassos. It goes. O Domine, Jesu Christe. It's a really nice line. Let's sing that with the patchway singer. So after 2, ready, basses, there's your note. 1, 2. Lovely. Then we take a breath, basses, and we continue. Adoro te in cruce vulneratum. Let me just play those pitches. In bar 7, it's 1. Okay, so basses. Adoro te after 1 and 1. Lovely. So we take a breath in bar 12 and it's 1. Felle et asceto potatum. Okay, listen to that. From Felle, it's 1 and 1. Okay, and before we sing it with the singer, let's just look at the next bar and a half. It's a big, almost like a fanfare. It's the widest leap that anyone has to sing in the entire piece. Deprecote and deprecote. A rather modal shift there. So let's go from Felle in bar 12. After 1 and 1. And 1. And then we don't sing this next bit. Now they finish on this note. We've got to come in here, basses, in bar 20. It's 1. Sint remedium anime me. So just listen to that from 20 again. It's 1. And 1, 2. Okay, so make sure you're holding the note to the full length there in bar 24. Sint remedium. Are we ready? Coming in after 1. Let me just take it back a little bit, in fact, because the entry's a little bit tricky to time here on the recording. So let's go from the start of the soprano, alto, tenor bit here. So 1 and. Lovely. As you heard there, we continue on that note. So it's very, very simple. And we follow the rest of the choir as they move down to the final chord. We put the last note in. Let's just sing that, please. This is bar 25 and 1. We have it. Back to the top to sing it through with the basses louder, and then for the first time we're going to put it all together and you can hear the effect of Palestrina's incredible writing. He really was the master of this in a very real sense. Thanks to his music, well, the world of music was changed, in some ways saved. I'll have to do a lecture on the Palestrina and the Council of Trent another day, though. Let's enjoy this wonderful piece from the bass perspective. There's our notes, and of course tenors are here, altos, sopranos. After 2 from the top. 1, 2. and one. Deep breath and there you have it. Okay, well, we'll put the score up on screen from the beginning and just allow me a moment to just shuffle the choir around. And when this happens in any live performance, I'm just saying altos, take a step to your right, sopranos, step to your left, and just making sure all the levels are set so there are no parts louder. This is a complete and utter equal choir. And all things being equal, do please remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. Tell your friends about Homechoir. It is free. We do all sorts of styles. And it is just such a pleasure to teach this beautiful piece to all of you. So, from the top, as sung by the Patchway Consort, and of course, basses, tenors, altos, sopranos singing along at home, here is Palestrina's O Domine, Jesu Christe. Nice deep breath. There you go. That, everyone, is our teaching for this week. And what a pleasure it's been to teach you this piece. If you're interested in learning more about Palestrina, well, there's a world of information to be found about him. He's a very, very important figure. I will do a deep dive lecture into him at some point. But for now, just enjoy the rest of your day. Do remember...